Salam alaikum, the name is Abdullah, and again welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share at the end of this video. Today's video is gonna be a little more personal regarding me immigrating from Sudan to Ireland and the experience and how I went through it and what did I learn from it. Hopefully through this video today, at least, I just hope I can shed some light on living abroad, living outside of your home country, and I really do hope I can shed some light to you guys. When me and my family moved to Ireland, I was at the age of 5, and the year we moved to Ireland was in the year 1999. That was sometime in April, March, say. And when we moved to Ireland at that age, to be quite honest, I can remember the times we moved, the time we traveled, the day we traveled, all that stuff. It's very, how can I say, I don't want to say vague, but I can remember the days of our first few days in Dublin, in Ireland, and the experience of living here, and how did we kind of overcome living abroad over time. It's definitely not easy living abroad, and my family is in Sudan and we're here. It's a completely different experience, but alhamdulillah, over time we pretty much got used to it. For that, I'm grateful that my parents took a decision to move to Ireland for education, for life, for great investments, for a home. Just generally speaking, because right now, to be quite honest, I don't want to send out a positive message about Sudan, but unfortunately back then Sudan didn't really help us to motivate us to live in Sudan, and this is why we moved here. For that, I'm definitely grateful that I'm able to go to Sudan every now and then, and I feel more connected than I am when I'm there. So for that, alhamdulillah ala kulli shay. The most thing that I'm really grateful for living abroad is that I'm able to travel to Sudan every year with my family, because I think that's the most important thing that I can really look into, where these precious times where we are able to get excited about going to Sudan, or planning our flight to Sudan, or even the journey to Sudan. I think in all aspects of travel, I think it's just exciting to be able to say that going to Sudan to see my family, see the people that I kind of grew up with, my friends, and for that I'm definitely grateful that we are able to go. And it's just the experience of living abroad taught me a lot, taught me to always be, how can I say, to remember my loved ones, always be cherish the moment that I've had in Sudan regarding a holiday or whatever may be the case. But for that, alhamdulillah, one of the most questions that comes up to me when I go to Sudan every year, and I'm with my family, and they would ask me some sort of questions like, do you like living abroad, or what year are you planning to come back to Sudan, and is there a chance you'll come back to Sudan? To be honest, these type of questions I get a lot from my cousins, and also people that I know in Sudan, my friends as well. But to be quite honest, there's nothing really motivating for me to say that I would want to go back to Sudan for a living, because I've only lived in Sudan only for 5 years, and 5 years of my life in Sudan, and then over 20 plus years of my life in Ireland. I'd say that Ireland became as my second home country, where I can say that Ireland is my home, and it is, alhamdulillah, for that. But I can't really say that I would want to be going back to Sudan and living there, because the life situation right now is not easy. It's very difficult. But for some people, they can say it's okay for them. But for me, my family, I can't really say that I would want to go back to Sudan for good. For that, it's definitely a question. It's a question mark. I can't really give them a direct answer, but I can say to them that whenever the time is right, I will come to them and I'll have a plan in mind. And when that time comes, I will come. But as for now, I live abroad. And that's how it's gonna be for now, I guess. But for all of that, alhamdulillah. For living abroad, alhamdulillah. For being successful in my life. And for my family making that decision to live here. For that, I'm just grateful for everything. And for my family, they done a lot of sacrifices for us, specifically for us, for a better education, a better life, great investments towards our careers, towards education, university, secondary school, primary school, whatever we want to do. For that, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah ala kulli shay. Throughout the years of living abroad, we would celebrate Eid Ramadan and Eid al-Adha on our own with my family. And that's the thing about living abroad, is where you have to celebrate your own festive seasons with your family, and that is it. Or even with friends, I guess. For us, it's completely different, but I definitely do miss celebrating Eid Ramadan and Eid al-Adha in Sudan, because the experience of celebrating these festive seasons is definitely great, because the good thing about it is you're surrounded by your uncles, your aunts, your nieces, your nephews, your extended family, you name it, your friends. That's the good thing about living in Sudan and being there in Sudan and celebrating Eid al-Adha or Eid Ramadan in Sudan, and that is it. But for us in honest, it's completely different, because celebrating these two seasons, I'm with my family, and that is it. We have nothing else other than maybe friends who come over. But for that, I'm definitely grateful. And the other reason why I really wanted to film this video today is because I wanted to shed some light on living abroad, and maybe some people who are experiencing this as I am today. It's definitely not easy living abroad, but I hope from this video I can shed some light towards that, because you can only say something from experience. Living abroad is definitely not easy. It's tough, especially if you're not surrounded by your families or your parents or whoever may be. But alhamdulillah, for me, I'm surrounded by my mom, my father, and my family. So for that, I'm definitely grateful that I'm able to live abroad with my family, but again, do miss Sudan. But the only thing that I can really say that when I film videos like this every time for YouTube, it really makes me think more about Sudan and how can I send a positive message towards videos that I do now. But alhamdulillah ala kulli shay. Alhamdulillah. The reason why I filmed this video today is because I wanted to shed some light on living abroad, and it could be tough for some people, and it is, I would say. For me, alhamdulillah, as I said before, I moved to Ireland at a very young age with my family, so that is really it. For me, I don't really see it as tough from a side of missing my family, but I kind of do miss my extended family, that's for sure. But generally speaking, I want to just shed some light on living abroad. And for some people, they could be finding living abroad on their own is tough, and it is. But that's the reason why I filmed this video today. But I really do hope that you can take something, at least something positive from this video today, that you are not on your own. If you are living abroad, we are all in this together. Yeah, that is it. If you have reached this far at the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And before I end the video on a positive note, always remember to come on this go, stay positive, stay motivated, and inshallah should see you all again soon. Salam alaikum.